which technique can be used to relieve the pain. So main goal is what? To relieve the patient's pain immediately. Yeah. Why patient will come to us? For relief of the pain. How can we go for pain relief? With the many technique. We'll be having exercise therapy. We'll be having what? Electrotherapy, huh? Manual therapy, many more therapies we have. Among them, we commonly use electrotherapy in India. Especially what we use TENS instrument. We will use electrical stimulation. We will use different heating modality, cold modality. So different pain relieving modality we'll use, like TENS and IFT, and ultrasound, and so on. So among them, so we were discussing about the electrodes. Yeah, isn't it? So whenever you want to apply something to the tissue, whenever you want to apply some current or some waves, that may be laser, that may be ultraviolet rays, that may be infrared rays, that may be low frequency current, that may be medium frequency current, that may be high frequency current. So ultimately that current should penetrate the tissue. Suppose we are applying over the left shoulder. So that current should reach to the affected part. Suppose the muscle known as a supraspinatus. Muscle known as a supraspinatus. So that current, that heat, that cold, or low, medium, or high frequency modality effect should reach that particular region. Then and then only what will happen? You'll be having your desired effect. Otherwise, your desired effect will not be there, isn't it? So, what can be done here? What can be done? So, we need to apply the current in such a way that it will penetrate and affect to the parts. So, we need to minimize the resistance offered by skin to the very minimal level. So then and then only what will happen? Then and then only the current will insult, or it will be penetrate to the maximum level. Suppose you are giving 10 milliampere. Suppose you are giving 10 milliampere current to this shoulder region, suppose supraspinatus muscles. But because of you have not cleaned the part, because the skin resistance is high, because you have not applied gel or any lubrication or that conductive media, then what will happen? The transmission of that current or waves or heat or cold will not reach to that part. And if the current will not reach to that part, the effect will not be there at all. So what is the first thing? Whenever you are applying, you need to decrease the skin resistance. So what is skin resistance? The resistance offered by skin when the current is insulting, current is applying. When the current is applying toward the tissue, your tissue or skin will resist the current flow, or it will waste the energy. This is called as what? This is known as what? Skin resistance. Or we can call as a impedance. In case of ultrasound therapy, this resistance is known as an impedance, and it is known as Z. So Z is equal to impedance. Yeah. So or ohm, you know ohm. Yeah. Resistance offered by skin. This is known as Z. Yeah. So how to decrease the resistance? So as much as you decrease the skin resistance, you'll be having more penetration of the current inside the tissue. And if the more and more current will reach to the proper place, proper amount of intensity, proper amount of frequency will reach to the particular part, then the pain can be reduced effectively. So what can be done? So I had discussed about many more ways to decrease the skin resistance. Yeah. Among them, first was what? See, wash the skin properly. Huh? Wash the skin properly. Suppose you want to apply electrical stimulation to the forearm muscles. Huh? You want to apply TENS, you want to apply IFT machine, IFT modality, or Russian current, or Reeboks current, or microcurrent, or whatever it is. Ultimately, low frequency current you want to apply, then the resistance will be more and more higher. So as you increase the frequency, the resistance offered by tissue will be minimized. So as you go from low frequency to high frequency, the skin resistance will be lesser and lesser and lesser. So where you need to decrease the skin resistance in case of a low frequency modality, especially electrical stimulation, especially in the TENS. So what we can do, we have a various electrodes. We'll see different types of electrodes. But before going for that, just I want to make you learn that there are various ways to decrease the skin resistance. Among them, first is washing the skin with the soap water. You need to use the soap water and need to clean first. Okay, you have cleaned the part, but there are many hair follicles. If you go dorsal side, this is called as a dorsal side, this is called as a ventral side, anterior side, and this is called as a posterior side. So over the posterior side, dorsal side, there are many hair follicle. And again, this hair follicle also will increase the skin resistance. So we need to ask patient, ask the subject, can you please clean your part? So you need to remove the hair follicle so that the skin resistance can be lowered down. So second is cleaning the skin, so removing the overgrowth of the hair. Yeah. So our unwanted hairs can be removed to the tissue. Yeah. Okay, just a minute. Are you able to see my screen? Yeah, fine. So you need to remove that unwanted hair follicles so current can be inserted very well. Then third thing, you need to what? Clean the skin with the sanitizer, or we can call it as a disinfectant or antiseptic material. So you can use spirit, you can use a spirit, you can use the Dettol, you can use Savlon. Yeah. So what will happen? The debris will be removed. And what will happen? The unwanted bacteria or dead tissue will be removed. That is also a good idea to clean the part. Then again, you can rub also with the cotton, with the wet cotton, you can apply some moisture, like moisture in the sense, you can wet the cotton and you can just apply over the skin. So rubbing with the water again increases the temperature. So again increases the temperature, will have a decrease in the resistance. Yeah. So this is another method. Suppose the farmers will come to you. Farmers who will work in the farms, they will do the hard work. So the tissues will be more and more thickened. Tissue will be having a debris. Tissue will be having what? Scars. So what can be done? If you feel that the skin is very tough, very dry, or we can call it a keratinized, there will be many more scars. So what can be done? So as we had discussed in the last class, you can use the sandpaper, and you can rub the part so it will be softened. The scar area will be softened. So the places where you'll be having the maximum scar, you can use the sandpaper. You can rub it properly, gently. See to that you will not create the lesion again. Okay, already lesion will be there. You don't create the further lesion. Okay, so take care about that. Then what we can do? So we will summarize the whole thing. Warming up, rubbing the skin, removing the hair follicle, washing with the soap water, and then what? Using the sandpaper. These are the technique can be used to lowering the skin resistance. And why we need to increase the skin? Why we need to decrease the skin resistance? For improving the conduction of the current to insert inside the tissue, isn't it? So let me show you the PPT. Yeah. And if you have any doubts, you can ask. So lowering the skin resistance, that is our topic. So you know, whenever we will provide the current, we will have a two phases. One is plus polarity, one is minus polarity. Minus polarity is known as a cathode. Plus positive polarity is known as what? Anode. So current will pass through the negative, positive, positive to negative. So there will be a stimulation of that particular muscle and nerve. Yeah. So to insert this current inside the tissue, the main role is what? Skin. So to bypass the skin. If the skin resistance is increased, there will be a very less amount of current flow will be inside. So how to decrease the skin resistance? How to improve the conductance? Heat the skin. Slightly warm the skin before applying the electrical stimulation. Yeah. Then what we can do? Make sure the skin is hydrated before applying the. So what you do? Dip the water. Dip the cotton inside the water and rub that part over the tissue what you are treating. The next thing is what? Apply a comfortable level of the skin electrical stimulation prior to treatment level. Suppose you want to give 10 milliampere, but don't give directly 10 ampere. You start with the 1 milliampere, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So gradually you increase the intensity with the treatment level, what you want to give. Gradually, comfortable level you to start. And gradually we can increase the intensity like that. So again, same as that, washing the surface, removing the some debris area or some sebum or oil which is secreted from the deeper tissue, subcutaneous tissue. So that should be removed. Yeah. So again, warming the skin helps to lower the resistance, and the sweat gland and blood flow will be increased. Yeah. So warming, washing, and wetting the skin allow larger current to flow with the same voltage. Yeah. Yes. So as like in the ECG and EMG, to if you find any extra amount of thick skin, you can use the sandpaper. Yeah, you can use the sandpaper to rub that part and clean the epidermis off, thickened epidermis off, which will remove the dead cell and increases the electrical conductance. Yeah. So fine. The two diagram I want to show you. What will happen when the low frequency will be applied, and what will happen when the high frequency current applied to the tissue. So when you apply low frequency current, need to pass in between the cells. These are the cells. These are the cell membrane. So they need to pass through the cell. But when you apply high frequency, what will happen? They will go throughout. The resistance will not be offered it can penetrate the tissue. It can penetrate the cell. You see, 1 megahertz and 10 megahertz. These are the higher frequency. So it will pass through the cell. So it will not cause, it will not be having that much skin resistance, which will be applicable to the low frequency current. You see 500 hertz, 5 kilohertz, 5000 hertz, so on. So they'll be having some increased skin resistance in comparison to the 1 megahertz and 10 megahertz. Yeah. So yes, see, this is tissue impedance in the form of Z, and this is the kilohertz. So as the frequency increases, you see the resistance decreases. At the frequency of 0.01, you'll be having 5000 ohm skin resistance. But as you increase the frequency to 1000 kilohertz, you see there will be a 50 ohm. How much decreased? Very much, isn't it? So there will be a very dramatic effect of frequency over the resistance. Yeah. Yes, student. So is there any queries do you have? So we can discuss, then we can proceed for the another. Depending on the modality you use, you may use electrical stimulation, that is also known as a neuromuscular electrical stimulation. You may go for the TENS therapy, you can go for the IFT therapy, or you may go for Reeboks, you can go for Russian, microcurrent, HVPGS, and so on. So many different modalities you'll be having. So to deliver the current to that particular amount, you'll be having a different kinds of electrodes, different size of electrodes. Suppose you want to treat, suppose there is a pain in a quadriceps muscle. Can anyone tell me where is the quadriceps muscle? In the thigh region, anterior thigh region. Yes. So it is a big muscle, larger muscle. So if you want to treat quadriceps, then you have to apply electrodes where? Over the thigh region. Yes. So bigger the muscle, you need bigger the electrode. Are you getting? Suppose facial muscle, you know, there are various facial muscle we have, which are responsible for different expression, isn't it? So to stimulate it, to relieve the pain in that particular region, we can stimulate the smaller facial muscle. To stimulate smaller facial muscle, you need smaller electrode, which can be applied over the face. Are you getting this? So smaller electrode, larger electrode. Then so different size electrode, then different modes. Suppose you want to apply over the face, so you'll be having a pen electrode. Suppose you want to stimulate any one muscle, so there are 4 or 5 muscles over the dorsum side of the forearm, but you want to stimulate what? Alone, extensor digitorum. Suppose you want to stimulate extensor digitorum, which is responsible for extension of the wrist joint. So you need to stimulate at one point. You need to stimulate at one point. So how to stimulate at one point? Then you can use pen electrode. Are you getting? Suppose you want to take information from this muscle about muscle pathology. Yes. So you need to use a button electrode which can receive the signal from any one muscle fiber or any one muscles. Are you getting? So you need button electrode. So see how many types of electrodes we have. Yes, we have a metal electrode, we have carbon rubber electrode. We have in the carbon rubber also we have many different size, round shape, circular, then we will have a triangular, we'll be having a square, we'll be having a rectangular, various different size of a metal electrode we have. Same as metal, we have a carbon rubber electrode also. We have carbon rubber electrode also in the different size. Pen electrode with the different size. Then we'll be having a button electrode with a different size. So varieties of different electrode. We have a, see, whenever you'll be having a, you are using carbon rubber electrode, you need to use a gel which is non-allergic, or we can call as a hyperallergic. Do you know when somebody will go for the sonography, so sonographic, the doctor, they will put a gel over the instrument and they will they will rub that transducer to the various part of the body to observe the problem inside our gut or abdomen. Yes. So why they are applying that gel? Again, because of gel only the waves can transmit inside our body cavity. So we need to apply gel when we use carbon rubber electrode. We no need to apply gel when we use metal electrode. Yes, when we use metal electrode, we can use, we can dip the cotton, or we can we will use the lint pad. Lint pad is what? Lint cloth, simple cloth, which is dipped in the water and wrapped around the electrode. And that electrode can be applied over the tissue. Yes. So otherwise, all the forms you need to apply gel. But nowadays, so many different newer electrodes are available, like self-adhesive electrode. You no need to add gel. Already it is pre-gelled. Yeah. And newer another type of electrode, like you'll be having a suction type of electrode, vacuum type of electrode. So see how many types of electrode we have. So let us see different types of electrodes. So what are the electrodes? So electrodes are the parts, device which need to be attached with the leads. Are you getting my? Yes. So we need to apply that particular electrode to the cable. Now I will show you how and what is known as a channel, what is known as an electrode. So different things. So suppose, are you able to see me? Yes, no? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is one machine known as a tens. You'll be having a frequency, you'll be having a intensity to change. And this is known as a what? Terminal. This is known as a terminal. From where the channel can be fixed. Channel can be fixed here. Yes. So in one channel, you'll be having a two cable. Yeah. In the one channel, you'll be having a two carbon rubber electrodes. You'll be having two carbon rubber electrodes. This is known as, this is moldable carbon rubber electrode. And here you need to apply gel. You need to apply gel and apply over the part to be treated. Yes. So this is one channel. This I am showing you. This is one channel. Likewise, you can apply another channel. So in the one channel, you will be having what? Two electrodes. This is called as a leads. This is called as a leads. One red, one black. Black is usually negative. Red is usually positive. Anode and cathode. Is this clear, student? समझाई છે?
Yes, sir.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now you are getting the idea about the electrode. This is a smaller one, carbon rubber type of a electrode, which is not pre-gelled. You need to apply gel here, fine, but it is somewhat less costlier. So we are using frequently. So many more time you can wash it and you can again apply to the another patient, fine. So electrodes can be used in available are in the many varieties, size and shapes and material also, fine. So next is fine. So first, metal sponge electrode, what we had discussed, you can use the metal, and over the metal you can apply the wet lint cloth and you can apply over the skin. Yeah, the skin can, that wet lint cloth will increase the conductance between the skin and the electrode. Yeah, and you need to use the strap to hold that electrode to the part to be treated. Yeah, fine. So this is about metal sponge. Now carbon rubber electrode or carbon silicon impregnated electrode, what I have shown you, this is known as a carbon rubber type of electrode, fine. So carbon rubber electrode with the sponge, paper, towel, conductive gel interface, you need to apply gel. Fine. Again, once if you are fixing this electrode and if it is movable, you have fixed it. If you are fixed it and if it is movable, then again it increases the skin resistance. So make sure that it will not cause movement. It will not cause. Yes, are you getting, student? Is this clear? So we had discussed about the metal. Now I'm just showing you the carbon rubber electrode. Yeah. What is this? Adhesive. No need to add gel. No need to use gel. You just, it is like a sticker. You remove the back side of this sticker part and just stick it over the tissue. Already it is called as a pre-gelled. Quicker to and easier to apply, but it is more costly and it is disposable use also. Once you have used, you need to throw it, or you can use for the same patient or same part. Suppose one patient will come, you will apply here. Again, another patient, you will apply at the foot. No. Same patient, same part, you can use frequently for 4 or 5 times. Then you need to throw it out, because again it may cause irritation or inflammation or maybe infection. So it is like that. So again, I've shown you the same thing what just now what you had discussed. So this is what very inexpensive material. Various images I'll show you. Fine. So in the next class, I will show you the different types of diagrams of the electrodes, how we can use. Yeah. So